Good morning, everyone. We got Glenn back. Welcome back. He says that he had to get rid of a useless organ that decided to be a pain in his colon. I wish you the best. I hope everything's well for you, Glenn. You were supposed to be in Vegas still last week, I think, weren't you? Or I couldn't remember. We got Kevin Scott checking in. Good morning. So hopefully everything's going well for you, Glenn. 3632. Two, 3, 5. The lower back's been bothering me the last few days, so hopefully that holds up today. Yeah, we're gonna try a different betting strategy today. I just gotta start getting ready for my cruise coming up in July. So we're gonna do a kind of a hybrid strategy on myself here. And I'll explain it as we go. 358. We'll explain it as we go today. I have not seen stuff check in yet. Unless my chats are not coming up right. Alcohol should be in Vegas. Big AZ group's in Vegas right now. I have not seen Steph check in yet, but she should be in. 3632. Two on 3. And today, Kevin and I will get that chip sent out, as well as get that check cash. I still haven't checked the cash yet. Calm music today. It's funny there, Glenn. Am I missing chats here? Is Jerry here as well? Huh. Something else is coming up on my screen. Two, 5, 7. Today's ambient music. Finding that ambient, classical, and jazz are the ones. Good morning, Chris. Are the ones that everybody are liking so much today. You don't like the rock music. Six, 1. I went to the casino last night. I'll give you guys a little report once we start the show. Had a very interesting thing happen with my roll. So make sure you tune in to watch that. Morning, Eddie. Oh, okay, Kevin. Yeah. The only ones that are here right now so far are Glenn, yourself, and Chris and Eddie. 3632. 2 on 3. Six, 5 double pitch. Two double pitches in a row there. Yeah. 3632. Let's make sure we're not pushing thumb. 1 6. I'm going to change sets right away here. Let's go 3 2 3 6. Excuse me. 3 2 3 6. 6 5. Both dice off axis. 3 2 3 6. Ace of deuce. Both dice off axis again. Let's drift right. Have to focus on this throwing the dice today. Pair of twos, pair of 4. Three, 2, 3, 6. Five, 4, 9. There you go. Let's try to rein it in just a little bit there. Let's do one more throw. What happened with the Kevin's messages there, guys? 3 6 3 2. Four, 5, hard 9. Okay, let's get the show started. Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 541 of the Level Up program and day number 35 of the $100,000 challenge. If you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as playing a blue-collar craps style play. On the YouTube side of things, we've got Glenn Undisciplined checking in first, and he says he's back from surgery. He's had to get rid of a useless organ that decided to be a pain in his colon. So hopefully, Glenn, you're doing fine, my friend, and everything is going well. I thought that you were in Vegas last week, so maybe I was wrong on that. But we got Kevin Scott checking in. He says, "Good morning, Joe and everyone." And we got Demon Dog Chris checking in. We got E2 Gaming Eddie. Happy Monday Dice Frenzy goes. And we got Craps TX, or I call him Craps Texas. We got Good Morning CMJ and everyone else. So hello to everyone. We have got the weather report coming up here. Oh, hey, but if you're new to the program here, just put my practice of shooting dice at the craps table here, but Last Friday we had a slight loss, and if we would have had a little bit more time, because I had a hard stop last Friday, if we had a little bit more time, I have every confidence in the world we would have pulled back. So we were only down like $200 last week, but we're going to start today's bankroll off with 72.67 with a win goal of 727 today, a stop loss of 1,090. We're coming in with 22 wins and 12 losses. Let's go through our weather report and a casino report, because I did go to the casino yesterday. It is 30 degrees out right now in Wisconsin and Manitowoc, Wisconsin, with 18 degrees at the wind chill. I went to the casino last night and it was perfectly nice outside, and on the way back I was in the middle of a snowstorm, and it was a really weird one because in Green Bay it was like 34 degrees, so it was not snowing, but as I got closer to home it got around that 30-degree mark, so it's really it was like freezing rain and snow, just really slippery outside. And I guess if you got about 5 miles south of my city, there was like no snow. It was like 10 degrees warmer, so it was really weird. But anyhow, I did go to the casino last night, bought in for $300, out for $527. I had a really interesting roll. I only rolled once. I was on the table for about an hour and a half, I would say, but only rolled once, and it was around that 20 mark as the roll. But I had set a point, hit a point, set a point, hit a point. That's the first 4 rolls, and then when I was coming back out, I hit 5 sevens in a row. The guy next to me was like, what's going on here? I just kind of looked at him and winked. I said, yeah, when I'm in Chicago, everybody gets pissed off at me when I do that. But I set a point and I ran it for a little bit. No ATS, no tall, no small, no nothing like that. So kind of a little report from this weekend. So we got... yeah, so Glenn, good morning, Matt Hatter. Good morning, good morning. Joel's checking in. Joel, I think you're in Vegas right now too, right? And we got... Kevin says it's a high of 91 degrees. Eddie says it's 40 degrees in Cincinnati. And we got Let's Talk Craps checking in as well. So, okay, let's get started here, guys. If you're playing along with Crapsee, make sure you click on that live tab, and that'll bring you over to the table that we're using here. We got Nelson checking in as well. But anyhow, let's get started here. And I'm going to be doing a different strategy today. I'm going to be starting my cruise ship strategy, and we're going to just try to play around with it a little bit. I've been playing around with it on paper in my mind, and to me it makes sense. But we'll try it here on the actual rolls and see how the ins and the outs and what's the strong points, what's the weak points. It's sort of based off of Brian from Holy Roller strategy, this light into the dark, but it's slightly different. It's like a Jacob and from Wager Me This and a Holy Roller version kind of put together. So we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, let's call this all bet set. And we'll get dice out. We're going to start off with a 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set here. 3V. Here we go. And we're going to start off with a 2, 4, 6, a Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. Using a 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set. 2, 4, 6 result. So for the strategy, what I plan on doing is a let me get that 2, 4, 6 up there. There we go. What I plan on doing is I plan on going 300 on a DP. So let's lock at 6 and 8 in quick. We'll go 300, and we'll go 300 on a DP at this bet level. So remember, our bankroll right now is at 72.67. So 300 DP is manageable for this bet level here. But let's call this all bet set. And we'll go dice out. 14 people playing along on Crafty Carnival, 22 people watching. 3, 2, 3, 6. And dice out. Yeah, we got a 3, 5, 8. So we got the Grape Ape. So that will be setting that DC on the 8. 3, 2, 3, 6, 3, 5, 8 results. So hopefully that does not. Oops, there's a problem there. Let me get this entered into Crapsee and then I'll fix the KPI really quick. So we have 3, 5, 8 for Crapsee. And on that, we'll push to that, hopefully. Come on. 3, 5, 8. There we go. So that should be all fixed now. Oh, and this stuff I'm doing right now, you guys can't see it all. It's all behind the scenes stuff here, so and I apologize for that slight delay there. And again, let's check our bets now. So we set up DC of 8, and it does not show up on my video there. So the DC is up in this area, right above there. And what are we going to do with the 8? We are going to go $70 on the 5. We're going to go $90 on the 6 and 8. And then we are also going to put out a field bet. So this is where the Jacob from Wager Me This strategy comes in. And we're going to go $50 on that field. And we're obviously going to use the field to spread out to the other numbers, and then we'll do some half pressing and some collecting and you know, that type of stuff. So the first hit is actually going to go back onto that ace. So we're going to try to cover that 300 somewhat. That's where the light and the dark strategy kind of comes in. I'll explain to you guys as we go forward what I'm doing here. So I know that was a long explanation, kind of confusing, but 3, 2, 3, 6. Now we'll go all bets set. This out. They stick cross on us. We have a 2, 4, 6, and that's going to be a winner 6. So the puck will turn off, and that's why I go with a DC bet if at all possible, because I don't like having that point hit right away. 2, 4, 6. The puck will turn off. That will be a win for us. We're going to lose that the field bet there. So what I'm going to do is that win there that we had, that was a $55 win after the field went down. So we're going to take $55 and we're going to put it on that DC there. So let's go 50. That'll actually be a $60 increase because of the $30 increments there. We'll turn those bets off, and then we will be looking for a new point here. Hopefully it's not the 6, or hopefully not the 8, I'm sorry. So we got 3, 2, 3, 6, and we'll call it all bets set. This out. So it's gonna take me a little bit to get smooth here with the betting, so I apologize for any delays that we have going on here. Looking for a new point. This out. Yeah, we got a 6, 4, 10. That is Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. Let's mark the point at 10 now. And you get 3, 2, 3, 6. We got a 6, 4, 10. As we double pitch on that right side, off axis explosion on the left side. Okay, for our bets, we're going to go back up $50 on that field again, and then all of our box numbers will turn back on. And again, we're going to use that field if we hit it to spread across on top. So we get some double hits going for a while there. And let's call that all bet set. And face out. Yeah, we got a 3, 6, 9, the triple D, the dice Dr. Dan. Three, 2, 3, 6, and we'll go 3, 6, 9 result. So this is where we start kind of half pressing some of that. We're using, like I said, the field to press up some of the numbers. So that was a $50 win from that field. So let's just put $25 on that 9 and see if we can hit that a second time. So we can get paid double on that. 3236. And again, I'm just kind of playing around with the strategy right now to see how it works and see if we can make it viable for the ship. We'll call this all bet set. 19 people playing along on Crapsee, 19 people watching here. Okay, so 3236. Yeah, we got magic aces. That's perfect for that field. 112, and it is also a bookend for those of you playing the ATS. 3236, and we get a 112, and the reason it's perfect for that field because that pays out double on that field. That's gonna be a nice hit for us. So that paid out $100. So let's put 25 out of the buy 10. We'll put 25 of the buy 4. So now we're all the way across on our bets, and we can start doing some trend betting from here. And we're going to leave that $50 field up. I'll let it fall. If it falls, we're not going to replace it at all. And then we're just going to start trend betting up our numbers here as we go forward. So we have 205 brought back to rec. We actually have 735 on a table, but 300 of that is that DC. So let's call this all bet set and dice out. 236. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. That is a nice hit as well. For me at least. 3236, 123 craps. And that's gonna be both dice off axis again. That's gonna be a drift of the dice. Ace deuce. Trip right, that's nice. That's another $50 brought back, so we're gonna put another 25 up. So let's go extra 5 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, and we'll put another 5 on that 9. So we're good on that. And that field's still up. We will let it fall naturally since we have all the numbers covered, and we'll just keep on collecting double if we hit these outside numbers. So we'll call that all bet set. And dice out. You guys are quiet in the chat today. Ooh, terrible roll. We got a 156. It is the KitchenAid mixer. So now that field will fall, so we can start trend betting our hits now. We're just gonna collect this one now. 1, 5, 6. So that field does fall now, and that's gonna be a $55 profit on that 6. So now we'll just start trend betting. We'll get everything up into line with what we normally do now. So 3236. Good morning, Buckeye. Buckshot there. The Buckeye Slim checking in 300 plus club. So he says, let's see a 5. We'll call this all bet set. And this on 3236. And we got a 134. That is the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. In 3236 dice set 134 result. And let's bring that 4 up to $50. Now we're in line with my normal trend betting stuff. So this is where my CMJ twist will add into it now. So we have 369 brought back to the rack so far, 730 on a table. Remember, $300 of that is that DC. Call it all bet set. And dice out. Wow, that was a roll off of that right die. We got a 639, the easy 9, the Franks. So Glenn is calling me a softie because I'm not throwing any hardways today. Interesting story for yesterday. When I was doing my rolling out at the casino, like I said, I threw all those about 7s in a row. It's like 5 of them in a row. But I started off with the all winner set, 5 4 2 3 set, and I threw 4 of those. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 4 of the 7s came off the Hardway, off that all winner set in a row. Boom, 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 boom. So it means I was throwing a primary hit all the way. And so I switched over to the 3632, and I threw a 7 on that one, and I switched over to the 3236. So I made adjustments right away, and it went right down the line. And once I got to the 3236, it was actually, everything was pretty good. That was the 9 that we hit. So let's make that 9 look like $60. And we'll call it all bet set and dice off. So this daily practice is paying off, so I can make adjustments faster at the table, which is nice. And I only had a minimum pass line bet up when I was hitting those 7s with $15. So I was getting paid out $15 every single time. We have another 314 that is the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So I was making $15 at a crack, which is fine. By me. All my bets were turned off when I was doing that, other than the pass line, obviously. So that's gonna be a nice hit for us here. Let's make that 4 look like $100. And the reason I'm using this strategy here for the cruise ship is it's gonna help protect me with that DC, hopefully. But it's also gonna get more money on the table, so that way we can protect ourselves. And excuse me, I just sneezed. And hopefully get us more comps on the ship, so that way we can hopefully earn a new free cruise going forward. So we'll see how that goes. We have 22 people playing on. Let's go all bet set and dice out. And we have another Magic Aces 112. That's going to be our parlay of the day with SJ. 3236 112. And that could be a repeater win. Oops. Let me do this again. 3236. I messed up on that. There we go. And that is Aces parlay of the day. Thank you, Nelson. I don't know where that sneeze came from, but it is what it is. You know, ace is no help for me. All we need is that 5 for the small, and that's why Buckeye was calling for the 5. Let's call this all bet set and dice out. 3236. And we have another 10 with a 6-4-10. That is Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. And that is also going to be a winner 10. 3236 and a 6-4. So that's the second 6-4 that we've thrown for the day. So let's bring that 10 up to $50 as well. And we'll make sure that all of our bets are turned off during the come out. Looking for the 11, 12, or 5. If you guys are playing the ATS, you got a lot of money on there. You might want to consider laying that 5 for part of your money. So it's a guarantee for you. Eddie's regressing. He made goal. That is awesome. He'll take a yo also, says Slim. So, it's made goals, says Eddie. Okay, let's call this all bet set. And dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Anything but an 8. I don't know if I'll take that one, but hey guys, that is OMC Craps, all the dots, all the spots, midnight. So let's get a pass line loser, but that is another bookend for you guys playing the ATS. And we're down to just the yo on the tall side. So we need a 5 or a yo. Okay, let's set again. 3, 2, 3, 6. So as a compliment, when one of the guys to the left of Joel asked if Mad Hatter was a professional. How did Vegas go for you guys? Kind of looking for any kind of trip reports you guys got. Make sure you put in the chat. Let us know. 3, 2, 3, 6. Stay out. Looking for points yet. A little bit to the right of my normal landing zone, and we got a 1-5-6. That is a kitchen mixer. Terrible throw, but we'll set the point of 6 again. Two, 3, 6, and a 1-5-6. Dice are kind of all over the place here a little bit. Vegas went. Oof. Oh my god. Were you down in Vegas also, Slim? 3, 2, 3, 6. Just a little well bet set. They saw it. Aren't we all professionals? We're all the goats, right? That's what Jimmy says. He's a goat, so that makes us all a goat as well. It's out. Unfortunately, there can be only one goat, and that is not the roll I'm looking for. We got a 628. That is the Duracell 8. Go support free live content. Give that thumbs up where deserved, and please, please, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And that's gonna knock off my DC there, which is fine. It really is, because we've made enough money back on the back side here. 628. So we're up 450 already on this shooter. So since we hit that DC, let's bring our bets down. We're going to start over here. We'll go back to 96 across. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with the strategy, is I'm going to milk it for what it's worth, and then I will regress to well under profit. So we have 450 brought back to the rack so far. We only have 96 on the table. Good morning, Steph, checking in. We got Dice Mama Steph there. Mad Hatter says he threw, PC threw 3 aces in a row. Wow. That was John, I'm assuming. Crapsee, Texas says I'm a pro at something, but have no idea what it is. Maybe procrastination. That's funny. That sounds like a lot of us, my friend. Anyhow, so let's go all bets set here. We're back down to 96 across. We got a 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set. And dice out. 27 people playing on. We got 25 people watching. And we got 10 thumbs up. No super chats. You want to change the dice color? Throw a $5 super chat in. A little short on that landing zone this time. We have another 8, a 538. I'm glad we kept that DC down. But we're just going to be trend betting up from here anyhow. So 3, 2, 3, 6, and we got a 538 result. Still looking for 5. Still looking for that yo. 538. So I'll drop in $3. We'll bring that 6 and 8 up to $30 right away. Start getting a little bit more aggressive here. So Mad Hatter had an 18 roller with 2 paying inside box hits. So you were down in Vegas then, Slim. That's good. I don't think VDC has as far to travel as you. Isn't he from California area, I thought? I'm not sure. And let's go all about set here. And dice out. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 5-6 Yo Chef. That is going to be the tall. So let's light up half that screen green, and that's going to be a double pitch of the dice, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Oops. If I can get this entered in right. There we go. Oops. Fat fingers this one. So let's let up half that screen green, and that is the tall, ladies and gentlemen. So we made half of that ATS. Again, no help from me. I'm not playing the ATS at all. So now what we're looking for is that 5. 3, 2, 3, 6 is what we're going to stick with. I should almost quarter turn each of the dice so pass, but we're going to stick with that. And Joe, not me. Okay. Let's call all that set here and dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice split apart in air a little bit. We have another triple D, the Dice Dr. Dan 369. Oops, that was a 6. Let's get that back to a 6. Come on. There we go. 369. 3, 2, 3, 6 and a 369. So that's gonna be a single pitch of the dice. And that should get you the black chip on that 9 slim, because that's more than once so we hit that, maybe, possibly. We're going to go to $25 on that 9 now. John and Dan had their own thing going on. Yeah. I do great when the ambience music is on. Sometimes stuff, again, I cannot hear the music on this side, so it is what it is. So maybe I should be pumping into like my earphones when I'm at the casino, like ambient or classical or whatever helps calm me down a little bit. But again, I can't hear it on this side. So 27 people playing along, 26 people watching. Dice out. Ooh, terrible throw, but I'll take the result. Another 1, 3, 4. Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. Uh, 3, 2, 3, 6 and a 1, 3, 4 result. 519 back to the rack. If I took everything, I'll be at 77.87 for the day. Let's make that 4 a buy bet. We'll make it look like a quarter. Again, we got a 3, 2, 3, 6. Good morning, Nemo. You regressed it back to 64 across, okay? Smart move. Smart move there, Buckeye Slim. Let's go all bet set. Still looking for that 5. Nice out. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got the 4-1 truck and camper. And that will light up the entire screen green with the all. So there we go. Hopefully you guys get paid well on that. It helps me none, other than my regular bets. So that is awesome. Thank you there, Steph. Thank you, Buckeye. But anyhow, let's make that 5 look like a quarter as well. Thank you, Chris. 3632. I'm sorry, 3236. That's the one thing. I was at the casino last night. I was having a hard time getting the dice set. I don't know if it was my vision or what it was, or I don't think it was nerves checking in, but I was having a hard time getting the dice set efficiently. I don't know why. It was just kind of fumbling with the fingers and that. But let's go all bet set and dice out. Go for what you need to go for, Nemo. We're still working on the 100,000 here. Betting responsibly. Dice out. And we got a 4-5 hard 9 to Big Daddy Mac. That's gonna be our first Big Daddy Mac for the day. And that's gonna be the right side off axis. Double pitch on the left side. So I'm going to make that 5 look like 35 bucks. 567 brought back to the rack. We have 160 on the table. And remember that we have regressed already, so that's good. Buckeye Slim is 11.25 in profit for the day. That's awesome. That should be well past goal. And we'll call that all bet set. Dice out. 3236. And we have another 9 with a 639 this time. That is the soft 9, the Franks. 236 and a 639. So we're gonna make that 9 look like 60 bucks. There's your 9 there, Slim. 3236. And that's a repeater win on those 9s, so that's awesome. And we'll call this all bet set. Dice out. Seriously, if you guys rewind that video and watch that dice roll, they both came down, they landed on a 9, and the left one hit the right one and knocked it over. It is a 5-2 Bruce. So that is going to be a 7 ouch. So good first roll though. I saw that John went live one time down in Vegas to do a YOLO. I saw that on Bubble Craps, or is it Bubble Craps or Stadium Craps? I'm not sure, one of the two. So I saw that he went live at least once down there. But anyhow, profit of 431 on that shooter. All of our bets came down and knocked it down a little bit. So definitely in profit for the day. That's awesome. We're going to try this strategy again, 3236. And we'll try to go with what we're doing here. Again, we're practicing our cruise ship strategies now, so we can get those dialed in. I feel pretty confident with my CMJ betting plan that I normally have, but this is level 10 of my cruise ship strategy here. So again, no line bets to start off with. 25 people playing on Crapsee. You get 28 people watching, only 12 thumbs up. Dice out. 3236. Dice stay cross on us. We have a 3-3 hard, 6 to double D-gen. So let's mark that point of 6. That's going to be a primary on top, both dice. 3236 is the dice set. 3-3 hard, 6 is the result. So marking a point of 6. Again, we're going to go $300 DC bet. And those bets are not visible on the screen, so I apologize for that for you guys. But trust me, it's there. It's right up in that corner, right up in there, right above there. You can see just the bottom of the chip. So we'll call this all bet set and face out. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got a 5, 6 yo chef. So that's gonna be a loss for me on that DC. So I was up 400 some dollars. Now that brings me down a little bit here. 3, 2, 3, 6, 5, 6 yo. And again, that's a good double pitch of the dice. So we're gonna go up again one more try on this $300 DC. And hopefully that yo does not run again. If it does, then that puts us back below starting. That sucks. Yeah, it is what it is. But again, this is the cruise ship strategy, trying to earn comps to get a free cruise when I go in July. 3, 2, 3, 6. This out. And we got a 3, 3 hard, 6 to double teach, and wow, I hope that does not come to bite me also with that DC. But we're gonna make that a winner 6. 3, 2, 3, 6. Primary on top side again, both dice. Puck comes off, our DC travels. And I'm going to make my bets working now since I have a DC out there. And we're going to go again 70 on that 5. And we're going to go 90 on the 6, 90 on that 8. And we'll go $50 field bet. So bets are working for me. We are looking for a new point though. Good morning, SJ. And we'll call it all bet set. Face out. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got OMC craps, all the dots, all the spots. Midnight. So that's gonna be with the bookends there. And that is gonna be a pass line loser, come out loser. But that's gonna be a winner for me because I've got that field bet out there. So that's gonna pay out double. So that is a sweet little hit there for us. So what we're gonna do is we're going to put $50 onto that 6. And I am going to collect the other $50 because we had lost that $300 DC bet. So that's how we're going to play that one. 3, 2, 3, 6. Still looking for a point here. And we'll call it all bet set. This out. And we got a 4, 3, 7, and that's gonna be a pass line winner again. That's gonna be that DC is gonna pay out for me, so that's gonna start me over again. So we made a couple of dollars off of that one. We got 3, 2, 3, 6. 4, 3 is a double pitch of the dice, and still looking for a point here. So all my bets came down. I'm only down 260 now. Remember, we lost that $300 DC a little bit earlier, so that's not the worst, I guess. And we'll be starting our process over again. 3, 6. I'm sorry, 3, 2, 3, 6. Let's see if we can get rid of that double pitch and set a point here. And let's call this all bet set. 26 people playing along. 30 people watching. Dice out. And we got a 516 KitchenAid mixer, so let's mark that point as 6. 6 is a hot point today. And 3236 with a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. Marking point of 6. So again, I'm going to go up $300 DC. 3236 is what we're sticking with for our set. And let's call this all bets set here. So SJ said he had a couple short rolls with Big AZ last night. I got to find my roll today. His first session up $15. That's awesome. So always got to get your legs straight when you get to Vegas. Every time is different, it seems like. All bets set. Days out. 3236. SJ's probably in Vegas more often than a lot of us there. He seems like he's there a lot, but he doesn't live too far. I don't think a couple hours from Vegas. 314, the Big Joe. Craps Master Journey. Our DC will travel over to that 4. And now we're going to do a slightly different with our bets. So since the 4 is a point, we're going to go 288 across, including. So 288 across looks like 160 across, and then it also looks like 128 across. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be $45 on the 4, 5, 9, 10. We got 54 on that 6 and 8. Again, we're going to go 3, 2, 3, 6. And our first hit will go to onto that 4, and then the second hit will be a collect. So let's call this all bets set and dice out. Yeah, 3.5 hour drive for SJ. That's what I thought. So he's down there often. Wish I could do that. That'd be awesome. And we got a 1, 6, 7. So fast 7 out. And that will be a little bit of recovery on that one. Not much for me. Let's get 1 dice off axis with a single pitch. And that roll was a little bit shorter. The quality of the roll was not that great. Only 8 rolls on that one. So we are down 248 on that shooter, but we're still up for the day. We're at 7,450 for the day. His drive time is your flight time. I think it takes longer than that for me to fly down, Slim. So I know when we went down because of all the layovers and that, it took us like 10 hours to get down to Vegas by flying, but we also had some layovers that took a couple hours at each airport and that. So looking at shooter number 3 here. Let's make this another nice long roll. I have not seen a ton of primaries, so we're going to try the 5-4-2-3 set, our winner set. Let's see if that treats us well here. Good morning, Jennifer. Yeah, Jennifer has a casino 10 minutes from the house, 2 minutes from the work. My nearest casino is about a 45-minute drive, so it's not the worst, and that's where I went last night. Four hours in a sardine can. That's funny. So, okay, let's call this all bets set. Shooter number 3 for the day. Let's make this a good one. Dice out. 5, 4, 2, 3. Wow. Okay. I come out 7, 5, 2, 7. And that's going to be a pass line winner. Come out natural. This is what I pulled last night with this set. I did like 4 7s in a row with this one last night. Unreal. 5-2. We have primary front side, both dice. I just said we weren't throwing many primaries. All of a sudden we start throwing them. Interesting. Stick with it. 5, 4, 2, 3. Crapsee, Texas is 3 hours from Lake Charles. Sun's College about 25 minutes from Choctaw. Yeah, I live about 45 minutes away from Green Bay. I live about an hour and a quarter away from Milwaukee, about 2.5 hours away from Madison, and 3.5 hours to 4 hours away from Joliet, Illinois, which is where a lot of the guys meet up. So I'm close enough, within 3.5, 4 hours of multiple casinos that have craps tables. 5, 4, 2, 3, dice out. Yeah, wow, another 257, another come out winner, pass line winner, come out natural. No help for me. I'm not putting any line bets yet. 5, 4, 2, 3, and 257. Try this one more time, and if that does not produce good, then we are going to get off this set and go back to the other set. So see how this goes. And again, we'll call it all bet set again. 25 people playing along yet. 39 people watching. That's awesome. Dice out. 5, 4, 2, 3. And we got a 5, 4 hard 9, the big daddy Mac. So let's mark that point of 9. That should be a single pitch of the dice on that right side. 5, 4, 2, 3 with a 5, 4, 9 result. Okay, we'll go back again. $300 DC. Again, we're practicing this cruise ship strategy that I have set up here, and we're just trying to see what the strengths and weaknesses are, the ups and downs are, so we can make adjustments before we get on the ship rather than having to make the ship's adjustments on the ship. No need to change my set, huh, Glenn? I'm going to try for a long roll here, bud, so I'm going to do what I have to do to get the long rolls, whether it hurts me or not, but 5, 4, 2, 3, dice out. And 6, 1. We are definitely changing sets. Screw that. That's been a $300 loss, so that will probably put us in the hole now for the day. 5, 4, 2, 3, and a 6, 1. Damn it. And we were doing good there for a little bit for our bets. So we're going to go over to a 3632. Let's see if that helps out a little bit. It brings us down to 71.50 for the day. So that's down $117. Chatting saved Joel, no bets. Lucky dog, you. So, okay. Let's call this all bet set. That's out 3632, cousin 2 set. Here we go. And we got a 6, 4, 10. That is Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. So marking a point of 10. And it's going to be a single pitch of the dice, 3, 6, 3, 2, with a 6, 4, 10 result. Three, 6, 3, 2. I don't think John's doing a live stream today, so if we go long today, it'll be long. We're gonna kind of play it out and see how it goes. We're gonna go with a $300 DC again, and we gotta get some of that money back here. So call it all bet set, and dice out. 3, 6, 3, 2. Dice did split apart on us. We got a ace deuce. That is perfect for me because that's going to be a winner on that DC. So let's go with 3632, and we're going to go with a 123 craps. So I'm actually going to get paid on that. So I think this is what I'm going to do, because that brings us back up to 74.50. So let's go 96 crops. We'll just start pressing from there. So that way we're going to be in profit no matter what. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got 96 on the table, $300 brought back already on this shooter. So that's the smart thing to do. Get in profit right away and stay in profit. And let's call this all bet set. 25 people playing along here. Dice out. 3632. And we got a 314. That is the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. Terrible throw. I will take the results though. One dice off X is primary top on the left side, even though the left side's the one that ran off on us. So mechanically, that was not set to be judged or a throw to be judged too heavily. Let's make that 4 a buy bet. We'll make it look like a quarter. 3632 is our dice set. And we'll call that all bet set. Dice out. And we got a 415 as a truck and camper. That'll be a nice one. Double pitch on that left side, off axis on the right side, 3632, and a 415 result. Explosion on that right side. We'll make that 5 look like a quarter as well. Again, 3632. And we'll call this all bet set. 25 people playing along here. 33 people watching. Dice out. Make sure you give that thumbs up. It'd be greatly appreciated, everyone. Another 314. Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. 3632 and a 314. Let's make that 4 look like $50. Still a buy bet. 3632. And all bets out. Dice out. And we got Magic Aces, 112. We threw a lot of those today. This is our third one today. Not normal for me. 3632 and a 112 result. So we have that possibility of hitting that small. All we need is the 6. You already hit the all before. And that is no help for me. 3632 is our dice set. And let's call that all bet set. Dice out. And we got a 235, the Justice Gen 5. That was a nice throw. 3236. Whoops, no, it was not a 3236. It was a 3632. So that's gonna be one dice off axis, the left side. Primary on top on the right side. Implosion of that left die. Yeah, let's make that 5 look like $35. Again, 3632. Cousin 2 set. And we'll call this all bet set. Dice out. Dice did split apart on us. Wow. I will take it. Another 1, 3, 4. Big Joe. Craps Master Journey. Another 4. That should be a repeater win. Not this one, though. Next one will be. So 1, 3, 4. Let's make that 4 look like $100. Took everything down. We'll be at 76.80 for the day. So we have another $314 to go. 3632. You're talking about the 5 at 36, Slim? I don't know if I could do that at my home casino won't let us do weird bets like that. I know that mathematically it might be better for most casinos than that, but my casino will not do off bets like that. They only do the standard bets, which is freaking weird. In fact, they won't even let us do hop bets anymore. They took that off the table, but they still let you do world bets, which is really weird. I asked them about that last night. I said, you guys could do world bets, but you can't do hop bets. What's up with that? We have another 415 trucking camper. Another 5. And he had no explanation. He goes, that's just what we normally do. You can do world bets, but you can't do hop bets. And I'm like, okay. And he thought I was getting mad at him. I'm like, no, I'm just curious. Because doing a hop 5 is part of my strategy a lot of times. So that kind of throws me off a little bit. Yeah, your local's the same way, huh? It kind of sucks. It really does. But you know, let's add $25 to that 5, make it look like 60. 3632. Cousin 2 set. And we'll call this all bets set as well. Base out. And that's going to be the end of the roll of the 167. Ouch. So that puts us at 9 o'clock Central Time. That is our 1 hour. Put in the chat if you do want to see one more shooter here. I will do one more. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up with that. So put in the chat what you want to do. 167 ouch for this shooter. That puts us at 75.03 for the day, which still makes it a winning day for the current moment. Of course, Steph goes one more. Uno Moss says Buckeye Slim. Jennifer says one more. Kevin says one more. Okay, we'll go one more. The masses have spoken. We'll stick with the 3632. And I'm going to perhaps Texas says one more also. Okay. I'm going to stick with the cruise ship strategy. I'm debating whether I should just go 96 across and just go from there. The Glenn says he recovered more than an envelope. He's satisfied. That's right. Be satisfied. David Brock says one more. Das Masses, he goes. Okay, we'll go one more here. All bets set. 23 people still playing along. Dice out. 3632. Here we go. This will be our last shooter for the day. 6-1. Pass lane winner come out natural. So that is going to be We're going to switch back to that 3-2, 3-6, the cousin one set. 3-6, 3-2, and a 6-1, so we can get off that variation. And over to the 3-2, 3-6. And we'll get those bets in right away here so we can keep the roll going. 23 people still playing along. We still got 27 people watching. 14 thumbs up. And they saw it. Buckeye likes sevens on the come out because he plays the come out game. I am well aware of that. They saw it. And we got a 5-6 Yo Chef, a pass line winner, come out natural again. Both dice did roll off to the left, so that means my wrist was twisted slightly when I released the dice. And that's gonna be a double pitch of the dice. 5-6 Yo Chef. Still looking for a point here. 3-2, 3-6. And we'll call this all bet set. They saw that SRR is lacking today a little bit, but the SOR is looking healthy. They saw it. They stay cross on us. We got a 5-4 hard 9 to Big Daddy Mac. So that's going to be a single pitch of the dice. 3-2, 3-6 with a 5-4 hard 9 result. So marking a point of 9. And again, we are going to go 300 DC. And again, we're going to go 3-2, 3-6. We'll call that all bet set. And they saw it. Nice to see a craps number here for me. Nope, we got 235, the Justice Gen 5. So the DC will travel to the 5. 3-2, 3-6, and a 2-3-5 result. Okay, 3-2, 3-6. And we're on the 5 there. So let's get our bets out there. We're going to go, how was it? $70 on that 5. And we're going to go 90 on the 6, 90 on the 8. We'll go $50 pass line, our field bet. And that should set us up. We use that field to start spreading across. And our first hit goes to the 5. The second hit will be a collect. Call that all bet set, and dice out. 3-2, 3-6. And we got a 2-4-6, a Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. 3-2, 3-6. It's going to be a single pitch of the dice. And that's $55 brought back to the rack. So let's put $55 onto the 5. That is somewhat covered now. Next one will be a collect. 3-2, 3-6. And we gotta go $50 on that field again. Okay. Call that all bet set. Dice out. 3-2, 3-6. dice cross. I mean, again, wow, damn it. That is another 5. Wow, that is the Justice Gen 5. So I whacked myself. Ah, damn it. That's gonna be a 3236, and we got a 235 result. Another single pitch of the dice. Good rolls, just didn't want to hit that. So that puts us down $120 on this shooter. I'm gonna bring those bets down. And again, we're gonna be making a roll. We'll do a $300 DC here quick. So again, we're just kind of playing around with this cruise ship strategy here. 3236. Don't scare you like that. So that scared me, not you. That hurt me though. So we'll call that all bet set, and we'll go dice out. 3236 dice out. And we got a 639. That is the soft 9, the Franks. Oops, wrong screen there. And my phone is ringing here. So I might have to call that person back when I'm done with the show here. We got a 3236 and a 639. That is a winner 9. The puck will turn off. And our DC will travel to that 9. And I'm going to turn my bets on here. We're going to go with that 288 across. That looks like 160 across. And then we're going to go with the 128 across. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 45 on the 4, 5, 9, 10, 54. And that's 6 and 4. And our bets are going to be working before they come out here, because it is covered by that DC. So let's call that all bets set and dice out. 3236. And we got a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay Bushel. So let's mark that point at 10. And that is a 3236 by 5. First Old Bay Bushel for the day, marking the point at 10. And again, our first hit on that one was $88 brought back because of the VIG. So let's go $85 pressure. So that'll cover that 9 somewhat if it hits again. Next one will be a collect for us. 3236 is there a dice set? And I'll call that all bet set. Dice out. And we got a 639, and that is the soft 9, the Franks. I think that screwed me again. Seriously. So maybe I can't play that strategy on myself. 639 results. Oops, I entered in the wrong one in Crapsee. I'll change, or on KP, I'll change that really quick. It's a 3236. There we go. That's better. So that knocked off the DC on me, so that puts me down $150 yet. What to do on this? We're at 73.53 for the day, so we're still up 90 some dollars. We're just gonna take our bets down. We're going 96 across. See if we can get some money back and make it at least a winning session for the day. 3236. So I'm not gonna do anything with the DC or pass line or nothing like that. So we're at 96 across right now. So let's call this all bet set and dice out. Get a couple hits here, and then I'm going to regress and just play with profits. Smart play. Dice out. And we got a 6, 4, 10. Neither dice got down all the way to the end. And that is Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. 3, 2, 3, 6. 6, 4, 10. So if I took everything down, it'd be at 73.80. That puts us up $113. So I'm just gonna collect that one. We're not gonna do anything with it. That was a winner 10, so the puck did turn off. 3, 2, 3, 6. So we're gonna keep our bets the same. So that way, no matter what, we end up a winner today on our bets. I'm fine with that. Be satisfied, right? All bets set. And dice out. Looking for a point. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got 2, 5, 7 on the come out. So that does reset that ATS. That's gonna be a pass line winner, come out natural. 3, 2, 3, 6. Single pitch, 1 dice off, access. Again, 3, 2, 3, 6. And we'll call that all bets set. 20 people still playing along here. Still 26 people watching. 16 thumbs up. Dice out. And we got 2, 4, 6. A Kevin, a Carpenter, 2x4. So let's mark that point of 6. I don't know why the button looked weird on this side here. So we got 2, 4, 6. 2, 3, 6, and a 2, 4, 6 result. So the puck turns on 6. All of our bets will turn back on. Again, 3, 2, 3, 6 is the dice set. And 19 people playing along. All bets set. Dice out. Yeah, we got a 5, 1, 6. That's gonna be a Buckeye Buckshot. KitchenAid mixer. 5, 1, 6. Point made, point hit. 2, 3, 6, and a 5, 1, 6 result. So we're going to be pressuring that up a little bit faster this time. Let's still put $30 on here, and then next one will go up a little bit heavier. We'll make that up and off. 3, 2, 3, 6. Just not in Crapsee, okay. Let's call this all bets set and dice out. Looking for a point. And we got a 3, 6, 9, the Triple D, the Dice Dr. Dan. So marking that point of 9. So earlier on, the 6 was the point that was hitting all the time. Now it's the 9 that's becoming the point all the time. So puck turns back on. All of our bets are turned back on. Let's take up the 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got all bets set. Dice out. And we got a 6, 2, 8. That is the Duracell 8. Go out, support free life content. Give that thumbs up where deserved, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got 6, 2. Both dice off axis on that one. That's be a double explosion of the dice. Make that 8 look like $30 as well. 3, 2, 3, 6. Joel made goal. That's awesome. Congrats there, Joel. We're going to have a winning day. Again, I'm trying that cruise ship strategy mostly. So we're trying to iron out the wrinkles there. I can see that a good roll is not going to be conducive to that strategy. But everything else should pay off pretty well. 3, 2, 3, 6. Stays out. Again, on the cruise ship, it is a little bit different strategy than what we would normally go with. 3, 2, 5. Justice Gen 5. 2, 3, 6, and a 3, 2, 5 result. Another 1 dice off axis. Primary on the top side of the left die. Explosion on the right side. Make the 5 look like a quarter. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we will call that all bet set. It's out. And we have a 5-5 hard 10, the old bay bushel, and that should be the parlay of the day with SJ again. 3, 2, 3, 6, and that's a 5-5 hard 10 result. So let's make that 10 look like a quarter as well. Tempted to do the 410 Daddy Day flip, but we're not going to. We're going to resist. Just get some of that money back to the rack right now. I took everything now, I'll be at 74.70. If I lose everything, we'd be at 73.30. So we're still in profit for the day no matter what. Working towards goal here. Peace out. And we got another 10 with a 6-4-10. Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. So that is going to be a nice hit for us. 3, 2, 3, 6, and a 6-4-10 result. We'll make that 10 look like a $50. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we'll call that all bet set as well. It's up with you. And we got a 1-5-6 KitchenAid mixer. So we're going to make that 6 look like $48. Pressing up a little bit more aggressively than what I normally do on that one. 3, 2, 3, 6 is the day set. Excuse me, just coughed. And all bet set. Days out. They cross on us. We got a 1-6-7. So that's gonna be a 7 out. Shall be the end of the roll for the day here. We did do some recovery, so that's nice. Came out to be a winner for the day. Not as much as it should have been, though, because after shooter number 1, we were up like almost $400. In a real casino, I probably would have walked away with that, or pretty close to that. But that ended up being actually a loser on that shooter, 152 down. But we're still up for the day. We still have a 7371 for the day, so we're up $104 for the day. But let's look at our statistics here for the day. We had a 24, a 10, and a 20 shooter mixed in with that 8 and that 4. The 4 was obviously the low one of the day. SOR ended up with a nice 13.2 today. SRR is a 6.6. 5 come out 7s though today. That's what hurt that SRR. Strong numbers today was the 9 and the 6, as well as that 4. And look at that 8, how low it is. That's unusually low for me, because usually 8 is one of my strong numbers. But in your box numbers are a little bit better than expected. Inside numbers are expected. 4s and 10s are a little bit high today. Come out 7s are really high today. Horns are low. Fields are high. And hardways are low today as well. Looking at our 100,000 challenge dice roll results, and this is since last Friday is what these results are from. We had 1,758 throws on this challenge so far, with an SOR of 9.19, SRR of 6.58, and a BSR of 6.26. So checking back to the chats really quick here. Glenn says it's a very good day. Still down 3.12 envelopes. But strong climb up today. That is awesome. You're welcome. Matt Hatter gave that thumbs up. Thank you very much. Slim said overall profit $13.40 for the day. Craps Texas is up 266. He goes, I will take it. And I agree with that. Small profits are just as good as big profits sometimes. Slim says, fantastic shooting, Joe. We see the results of your hard work. We're proud of you. Thank you very much, Slim. That means a lot to you guys. But anyhow, I will be back tomorrow, and I will hopefully see all of you guys back as well. We got Travel Gal checking in. Awesome. I've not seen you here in the chat here. Welcome to the CMJ Level Up program. You throw more 8s if you weren't playing your cruise strategy. Yeah, probably, Glenn. Not probably, but anyhow, guys, I will see you back tomorrow. My name is Joe. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too, everybody. Everybody have a great day. Be safe and be prosperous.